Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 1st through the 6th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And then we are going to pull a spirit message for you all from this unicorn deck here. So without further ado, Capricorns, we're going to jump right on in here and see what's coming up for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is broken up by the week, June 1st through the 6th. However, we have a very significant full moon in Sagittarius, an eclipsed full moon in Sagittarius happening on the 5th. So the energies that are coming up here are going to be with us for a while. Okay, one of the things about the Sagittarius full moon is it's bringing people into, it's bringing us into a new age. Okay, it's making people realize ways in which what they need to feel safe and secure, a desire for freedom, a desire to have the right to be yourself, to live your best life as yourself. A lot of the things and the issues that we're seeing coming up globally right now, we're coming into a shift, guys. We're coming into a change. We're going to come out of this a better civilization, a better society. But we're going to see how these energies are affecting Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising on a personal level. All right, my dears? So the first card we have here is the Nine of Wands. Now, Capricorn, Nine of Wands is going to mean a couple of different things to different ones of you, simply because not every single person has the same exact scenario in their life right now or the same exact circumstance. So for some of you, Nine of Wands means you're coming to a time where you're nearing completion of a project or a cycle. Like you're almost there. So if there's something you've been actively working on, you're going to see really significant progress this week. You're going to feel like this is good. This is all right. Like I'm nearing satisfaction with this. I'm nearing feeling happy with this. I feel for a lot of you, this completion of it. Oh my gosh, I just realized I don't have my microphone plugged in. Let me get the microphone plugged in. But this completion of it, I feel, is coming from the energy of like perfectionism. So the reason why maybe it's been taking you a long time is you've been judging yourself or editing yourself an awful lot. But I feel like this is coming in handy. Like this is paying off. The patience, the attention to detail is going to go well. Like you're gonna feel like it was worth taking my time in completing this or finishing this. For other ones of you, Nine of Wands comes up when you need to kind of defend a belief or a stance. Okay, so you might have somebody kind of trying to get you to do something you don't want to do, or they're trying to kind of get you to be accepting of something that you don't want to be accepting of. So Nine of Wands could be about like defending your stance, or they're accusing you of something, or they're blaming you of something, and you're defending your stance. Like nope, you know, you're not taking it, you're not allowing it in, you're defending yourself against a criticism in some way. Some of you are finding yourself in a situation, in a work situation, where you're defending your work. Okay, you're defending your work, or you're standing up for what you've done, and you're standing by it, and you're supporting evidence. You're bringing in supporting evidence, and you're stating your stance, and you're succeeding. You're succeeding in this. If you've had some kind of dispute over a work situation, maybe there was a situation with like an unjust, being unjustly let go from a position, or some kind of injury dispute or something, it could be nearing an end this week, and you might kind of find yourself coming into that last push of, no, here's my side of things, kind of energy or kind of situation. The next card here, Capricorn, is Justice. Whoa. So yeah, for some of you, there could be some kind of case or legal situation. Now, I do want to say, and I do want to clarify, I don't do readings. I don't do readings on legal issues or legal matters, because especially where I am in California, that could be seen as like giving legal advice, and I don't give legal advice. I'm not qualified to give legal advice, so I will not read around a legal case or a legal situation, just because it's like I don't want to play I don't want to play around with laws and ethics and things like this. But Traditionally, the Justice card comes up when there is a situation with some kind of a legal dispute. So some of you are finding yourself like kind of a part of this journey of standing up for yourself or taking your power back. There could be a situation where you are wanting to take something to court. If you're going through some ongoing dispute, like we talked about, I kind of got a vibe for some of you. There's like a work dispute happening. Justice card says basically like it's a message that things are going to go well for you, or things are going to go in your favor. Now, again, this is a general reading. I cannot speak for all of you, and I cannot stress how important it is that you make sure that you have appropriate legal counsel, right? Because yes, things can go in your favor. There might be the law on your side, but you have to know, you have to have somebody in your corner that can apply that, right? That can apply that into reality, like realistically, to help argue the law or to apply the law that is in your favor. Okay, so some of you, it might be worthwhile getting somebody coming in and helping you with this. Justice is also symbolic of Libra energy. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. If you have Libra in your chart somewhere, it might be coming to the surface. I do feel for some of you, you are coming into making a peace with a Libra, okay? And I have to tell you guys, maybe check like the zodiac signs of your parents or certain relatives that you might have resentments with, because I think a lot of you are thinking about a friend, or you're thinking about like somebody at work, or you're thinking about like an ex or like a romantic relationship. And I feel for some reason this person is related to you, and somebody that you might have kind of like a deep wound with. So it could be a parent. Okay, it could be a parent who's a Libra and you never realized. It could be a family member, but I feel like there's going to be a peaceful resolution, and there's going to be a way of you being able to talk about your feelings and situations with the Nine of Wands in a way where you're kind of able to defend your feelings, and you're able to say, I have a right to feel this way. Maybe in the past this person has been dismissive, or you felt like there's no use talking about it because they're just going to justify everything and they're just going to sweep it under the rug. But I feel you're actually making progress. You're actually being heard. You're stating your case, and you're coming to some resolution, or making peace with this person. Your next card here, Caps, is the King of Swords. Wow. 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 I'm really surprised by the cards you guys have coming up, because these are all of like my negotiating, lawyer, attorney, justice, agreement, resolution kind of cards. King of Swords can symbolize an attorney. It could also be air sign energy, right? We talked about the Justice card. King of Swords could still be a Libra. It could be a Gemini or an Aquarius as well. But King of Swords for me is the master negotiator. And Capricorn, even though you're not an air sign, I feel like you're stepping into that King of Swords energy, regardless of if you have air in your moon or rising. I feel you're stepping into the King of Swords energy, where you're finding a way to approach situations in a very calm, logical, win-win kind of matter. Like you're finding ways to bring the person in, or to get their attention, or to get them to listen to you, because you're starting off with finding the common ground. Like, here's the common ground. Here's what we agree on. And then from there, you're able to kind of like build into like, what you're going to get out of the situation and what they're going to get out of the situation. So King of Swords is the master of negotiating. King of Swords is the master of peaceful resolution and coming up with win-win scenarios or win-win situations. And Capricorn, I feel you are the King of Swords in this situation. I feel a lot of you are in this energy as we're coming into the full moon in Sagittarius, where you're looking at it as like a clean slate. You're putting the past behind you. You know that things have been very difficult. You know that things have been very challenging. And you're like, this is it. I'm moving forward. I can feel the new energy. I'm tapping into it. I'm ready to create. But here's all the stuff that all the loose ends and things I need to tie up, or that I want to be at peace with, because I don't want the energy going in with me into the new chapter, okay, into the new situation. And I feel for a lot of you, there's a very strong desire to be taken seriously. And you're realizing that there's no reason why you shouldn't be taken seriously. And you're stepping into that, like, you know, being articulate, taking the lead, expressing yourself without doubting yourself. So it's a very empowered energy, Capricorn. Your next card here, my dears, is the Three of Cups. This is celebration. This is like good news has come in and you're celebrating. You have cause to celebrate. You have cause to be happy, to be in joy. Three of Cups can also indicate that some of you are able to start like physically face to face getting together with friends, or people who are collaborating with you. Or sometimes Three of Cups has a more deeper meaning in that you're finding a sense of community, like you're finding your community, you're finding your tribe. So as many of you are coming into a time where, depending on where you're living, restrictions maybe are being lifted. And I know there's a lot of people who are freaking out about restrictions being lifted, and a lot of people are like, no, we shouldn't lift the restrictions and we should stay home. I'm not going to tell anybody what they should do. If you feel like you should stay home, you should stay home. If your government is telling you it's okay to go outside now, and if you feel safe doing that, then you have the right to do that. I'm not going to tell people what to do. But I do feel that some of you who are in the energy of where you feel like, okay, all right, we have the green light, we have permission, I'm going to start getting out there. You're using this time and you're using this freedom as a time to begin connecting and finding people that are aligned with where you're trying to go to in life. Some of you might be meeting up with might be meeting up for coffee or something with people that you've been chatting with online. Maybe some of you have made online friends and online groups and topics and things that are interesting. Like you found an online community, and some of you are bringing this into your real life, your real in-person kind of life. Obviously, if you are meeting people from online, be very cautious. Make sure you're meeting them in a safe and public place. Make sure you're meeting them at a safe time of day. Just use common sense, use precaution. But I do feel that for some of you, you're beginning to create a sense of community, or you're beginning to be included into a community, right? And when I say community, that's a really fancy word, but it could be that you're getting into a cosplay community, where you might be really into cosplay and you're like, I'm 40 years old, but I want to dress up in costumes and I want to get out there and have a good time, and these people get me and they don't judge me, and you may be getting into a community like that. Or it could be a community around activism. It could be a community around so many different things, right? It could be some kind of a hobby, but you're meeting like-minded people who get you. And so I feel there's this sense of not being judged and feeling like these are my people, this is my place, this is where I can be myself. So there's a sense of socializing in this kind of environment, okay? And for those of you who are wondering, no, I am not a cosplayer. Because I know that's going to come up. Do you cosplay? Where do you cosplay? No, I don't. I'm not a cosplayer. I have nothing against it. If do what makes you happy. But yeah, so I feel there's a sense of community that you're stepping into, Capricorn. We're going to go ahead and see what your spirit message is here for the week. And as always, my dears, I invite you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. They might add a little extra information that could be very helpful. If you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule with me through the Calendly link in the description of the video. You can schedule a private reading with me there. All right, Caps, here it is. Your message here for the week is polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. So like, I want to describe this shadow kind of side because it can be very misinterpreted. And it could be something that freaks a lot of people out, because when people hear shadow, they immediately think of evil. Okay, well, now there's like a whole philosophical dispute of what is evil, right? We can get really deep about that. You know, how do you define evil? You know, like, you know, it's you know, we can really fall down a rabbit hole of philosophy and debate when it comes to that. But as I understand it, and the way in which I feel the creator of this deck means to talk about it, this card isn't telling you to dabble into harmful practices. This card isn't encouraging you to like be evil or like tap into some evil side. That's not what this card is telling you to. But we have our light side, which is going to be, you know, joy and happiness and all of these wonderful things. And then we have our shadow side, which could be the heavier emotions, you know, anger, rage, indignation, you know, feeling indignant about something. These are very heavy emotions, and people might label these as negative. They're not negative. I want to clarify, they're not negative. And this is what this card is telling you. Anger, rage, indignation are not negative emotions. They're a part of the human experience that we can use as tools to create change, to motivate us, to give us stamina to keep going, to make changes in our own life, or to bring about changes in society. So we need to embrace that aspect of us. Like, we need to give ourselves permission to get angry. We need to give ourselves permission to, you know, kind of be very assertive in a situation. Especially right now with what's going on. We see a lot of people standing up and speaking out because they are furious. And they have every right to be furious, because things that are happening that are unacceptable, right? But you can incorporate that shadow, those heavy emotions, without an energy of violence, without an energy of evil. And so this card is asking you to tap into your frustrations, tap into your anger, you know, if it's on a social level or on a personal level, and use that as fuel to help you bring about changes. But we can't lie to ourselves and pretend that everything is sunshine and rainbows all the time. And maybe in the past you're like, no, I have to be positive. I can't think that way. And this card is saying it has nothing to do with positivity. It's the other side of the coin, right? Like, it all goes hand in hand. So I hope you guys get what I mean by this. Again, watch your moon sign and rising sign video. It might bring you a little bit more clarity or a little extra information. And as always, I'm more than happy to give you all private readings if you schedule with me through Calendly. I did want to announce one more thing, my dears. Those of you that know, I was doing a fundraiser trying to help my old hairdresser save her salon. She's a wonderful, amazing single mother of 2 boys. She's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And she's in danger of losing her business after all her hard work, all her sacrifice, because she had to keep the salon closed for so long. Well, in New Mexico, she can finally go back to work as of this week, but she's still behind, right? And as a self-employed person, she can't get unemployment. So you guys helped so much. Thank you so much for those of you who joined on Instagram and donated. And we raised $888. We're still short. So what I wanted to do is, if you're able to, if you can't, I still love you anyway. But if you're able to donate $1, right? I think there's enough subscribers, enough viewers that if a few of you, a handful of those views donated $1 each, we would reach that $2,500 goal to save the salon. If we can reach that by Friday, then on Saturday, I will come onto YouTube live and I will do live readings on YouTube for free. You guys can, you know, comment your question in the comments and I will do card readings. I will pull cards for you guys for free. Okay? And depending on how it goes, if it's not too overwhelming, then maybe I can start doing it once a month or something where I can come on live and do live readings. So if you're able to donate $1 and help out, that would be amazing. If you can't, please, my dears, understand. No worries. I know, I understand not everybody can. I still love you anyway. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week. Take care.